Well, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Six. Once again, sitting around the table with my very, very close friends here, Melissa, Jessica, Ray, spending some time in a very painful story. King David just spiraling out of control, ending up sinning as deeply as he can, sleeps with a woman, gets her pregnant, tries to get the husband to cover it up. He won't do it, so he gets the husband killed. What a absolute train wreck. Would you get your Bibles open, 2 Samuel chapter 11, and get your finger also in Psalm 32 is where we're going to be today. 2 Samuel 11, Psalm 32. Come on with us. Do you guys have Psalm 32 open? Flip over to Psalm 32, and I just want to read a couple of verses with us and get your reactions as we look at this together, here on this Friday. Blessed is he whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man whose sin the Lord does not count against him, and in whose spirit is no deceit. This is going to be a foreshadow. David wrote this. It's a foreshadow of where we're going. He's talking about the blessing of a pure heart, a clean heart, no spirit, no deceit, this is not what we read. David is a man full of deceit in 2 Samuel 11. But here in Psalm 32, he's saying, well, how blessed it is to not have deceit. But then, if you look at it, verse 3, when I kept silent, my bones were wasting away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was sapped as in the heat and summer. And then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. Then I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin. What do you guys see as you spent some time reflecting on David's life, looking into this psalm? What jumped off the page at you?
He's there. Even in your sin, even in all that he was doing, he's still there, and he is still trying to move us toward him, bring us in closer. And it feels heavy because it is heavy, because sin is heavy.
Yeah.
And so I do like that he, even in all of that muck, he still wanted that relationship. He still wanted him to come back.
Yeah.
When I see that first part, I think he's not talking about self-control or image management, is that he completely lacks the strength it takes to do the right things.
Yeah.
And I think he completely lacks it because everything about David is self-protection, self.
There's such wonderful imagery in the Psalms, but thinking about when I kept silent about my sin, my body wasted away. Like it has physical repercussions, us like separating ourselves from God, and my energy, my strength was drained away.
Have you ever been there where you feel it's just wasting away inside you?
Absolutely.
Eating away at you?
Yes.
How did you get out of it?
He woke me up. I literally was sitting, and it was like I blinked. It was like I just woke up, and I was like, what am I doing?
And that wasn't from you.
No. I was like, what is going on right now? I said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then I came to your office and said, I don't want to do this anymore. And you're like, finally. But no, really, for me, that's what it was. It's like, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't a lightning bolt. It wasn't somebody coming down on me or anything like that. I literally was sitting in a recliner and I said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So when I see this, right, and let me know if this is what you were feeling, but it's like you surrender. You allow yourself to be dependent on God and not yourself. And then it's kind of like you don't have that anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the peace just kind of washes over you. You just release.
It's relinquishing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
I repeated the same phrase. I don't know if you remember. Every time. I'm so tired.
Yes.
That's what I said. I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. But I wasn't letting go.
Yeah.
but I was exhausted. It wore me smooth out.
But what I love is you said that it was one day God showed up. That was not something you generated.
No,
God reached to you,
100%.
and that's huge.
Yes, 100%. Because I
God
didn't.
reached to her, but she had to release.
Yeah, there was a response. You had a response
sure.
when he reached
Yeah.
to you.
Yes, of
he
course.
did.
But he
reach to
did.
you. Yeah.
And it was so subtle and it was so chill. It was quiet. And I literally just said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's powerful.
It is.
That's so crazy. Oh, goodness.
That is powerful.
Ah,
So we're going to see a lot more of that as this week unfolds, next week unfolds. Our whole journey with King David, this man after God's heart who experienced tremendous brokenness in his life. We're going to see a lot of God's grace, a lot of God gripping him in the journey, and in such a way see how God can also grip us and pull us up out of our sin. I hope you're going to hang with us on the Daily Six. But before we come back, would you give God 6 more minutes today? And would you begin to soak in Psalm 32 how blessed it is to be forgiven, for sins to be covered, for the Lord not counting anything against us, and a spirit that's made right, no deceit. Would you soak in that? Give God 6 more minutes and ask him to make that your reality. And then come on back on Monday. We're going to keep diving into how God's grace spoke to David so profoundly right here on the Daily Six. 6 more minutes. We'll see you on Monday.